Good morning, boys and girls.
Top of the morning to ya.
If you didn't notice, we're a little green today because it's St. Patty's Day. So we thought for Storytime with the Besties, we'd read you a nice little Irish story about a clever man and a little sly leprechaun. Our story today is Clever Tom and the Leprechaun.
It'd be a good one.
It'd be a grand one. By Linda Shute.
Look, it's one of these ones.
Whoa.
Mrs. Lyons would love it.
She would love it.
Do you go first or do I go first?
You
usually
go first.
It's been so long since I read with a friend.
Look at Clever Tom. We're going to do our best to do our Irish accents today.
Lots of introductions.
Clever Tom and the Leprechaun. Now
There's another one.
Is a story that is a folk tale that is retold and illustrated. So if you don't remember what a folk tale is a story that's been passed down from generation to generation. So it's not a brand new story. So let's see what Clever Tom's going to do with this sly
Can we
leprechaun.
talk about his cup of tea? How cute is that? My students know I love tea.
Tea is very important.
But it's just so cute.
I love it.
All right, so am I holding it? All right.
You can.
One fine day, on Lady Day in the harvest, Tom Fitzpatrick took a ramble down the lane. Click-clack, click-clack, he heard through the hedge. So Tom tiptoed closer to take a look.
Ooh. Here he goes. What do you think that click-clack is? I think I know. The clacking sound stopped when Tom peeked through the bushes, and in the shadow, what did he see? Why, a big gallon pitcher and a teeny tiny man with a brown leather apron and a three-cornered hat.
Find him.
Here he is. Do you see him? There he is, right there.
What is he going to do now?
Oh, I love this picture.
Up the small man climbed on his wee wooden stool and dipped his little piggin into the crock. Then he settled down with his full mug beside him to hammer on the heel of a fairy-sized shoe. By the powers, thought Tom, it's a leprechaun. If I catch him and scare him, he'll give me his gold. Since I'm a clever fellow, that should be simple. Before the sun sets, I'll have my fortune made.
Oh, look. He has a plan to catch this leprechaun, but we know about leprechauns, don't we? Tom stared at the leprechaun and tried not to blink. He knew if he looked away, the old man would escape. Then he crept up quite near and tipped his hat politely, saying, "Good day to you, neighbor. Blessings on your work." "Thank you kindly," said the small one, but he never looked up. He just kept on tapping at the heel piece of the brogue. Do you know what a brogue is? That's the heel piece of a shoe. Do you know what leprechauns do to get their gold? They fix fairy shoes.
They work.
They do. Because the fairies dance all the time and put holes in their shoes, so the leprechauns fix them. Fairies give them gold. It's a great situation for them.
They're teammates. They work
They
together.
are.
Yes. Oh, I love this
Oh,
picture.
I love this picture too.
Tom moved his hand closer while he smiled very sweetly and said, "Today's a holiday. You shouldn't have to work." The leprechaun frowned and answered Tom sharply, "If I do, that's my business and none of your own. Instead of pestering me, young man, you ought to be watching your father's fields. Look there, the cows have broken to the oats. See, they're knocking the corn all about." Cows in the cornfield. Tom's head started turning.
Remember, you can't take your eyes off of them.
I have
The
to think
leprechaun is
quickly.
very sly. I
picture.
love that picture. But he wasn't fooled by the leprechaun's trick. Quickly he grabbed the sly fellow and cried, "Now you're my prisoner. Tell me, where is your gold?" The leprechaun wiggled and twisted and whined, "I'm just a poor man." But Tom held fast. "You and I both know you're lying," said Tom, and he made a fierce, frightening face.
Ooh.
Finally, the leprechaun quit squirming and said, "Tom Fitzpatrick, you're too clever for me. I see you are after my buried treasure, so I'll have to show you where it is hid." Oh,
Just
that's
gave up.
very nice for him. Oh, that little leprechaun just gave up, didn't he?
Look at that fierce face he's making.
Or did he? That's the question.
The story is not over.
No. Oh, he's very scary.
With his eye on the bitty man locked in his fist, Tom followed where the leprechaun led him. He traipsed over a hill and under some hedges, and through a ditch and across a peat bog. At last, just when Tom feared he had been hoodwinked. Do you know what hoodwinked means? Tricked.
Yeah, that's a great word, hoodwinked.
It is a good one. You should use it next time.
He found himself in a great field of weeds. Dig here, said the leprechaun, pointing to a bush. Deep under that bullion is where I put my gold. But duration, said Tom. I need to fetch my spade, but when I return I'll be lost. There must be 40 acres of bullions here, and each plant looks just like the other.
Oh boy.
Look at this. Oh, he's scratching his head. He's got to go get his spade.
Still watching the leprechaun, Tom figured out a plan. He tied his bright red garter on the bush. It's like a little scarf. Swear, you old rascal, that you won't take this off while I run back to get my spade. That I promise you, the little man said. Tom grinned, knowing leprechauns always keep their word. Now, since I have shown you where my treasure is, I don't suppose you'll need me anymore. No, said Tom, my fortune's made. You may go, and good luck with you. Then goodbye, Tom Fitzpatrick, said the leprechaun. May you do much good with what you find.
Ooh. This leprechaun's being so polite.
I'm suspicious.
Me too. He's so helpful, though. I love that he's helpful. All right, here we go. Away Tom ran as fast as he could run, figuring how he'd spend his gold. And then he came back with his shovel in his hand, back to the field of the bullions. Look at his stocking falling down. See how it falls down? That's because he took his little red garter and he tied it to the plant so he would know which plant to dig under.
It was smart to do that.
That was very smart. That was a
Big
good
field.
plan. It was
Yeah.
a huge field. This is going to work out great for Tom. I have a good feeling.
I wonder how he's going to spend all his gold.
I don't know. Oh, dear.
But when he got there, lo and behold, a garter just like his own was tied to each and every bush as far as he could see. Oh,
my.
no.
Oh,
How is he going to know which one? This is a problem.
this is a big problem.
Who
However,
did that?
I have an idea. Who do you think did it? Excuse me. Tom dug under the bullion where he thought he tied his garter, but nothing was buried under that bush. So he dug up another. He dug to the east, and he dug to the west, and still he found no treasure. The harvest moon rose as he dug to the north, and it set as he dug southward. Oh my, he's digging in all directions. Look at this. Oh dear.
I would be too. If gold is on the line, I'd be dead.
Yeah, well, he's trying to find this treasure because he's got a plan to spend it.
When the sun came up, Tom saw he dug 100 holes. And tired, Tom Fitzpatrick knew he couldn't find that gold, so he gave up and he headed for home. Oh, so
look,
sad.
there he is.
What a sad picture.
Wow. He's a little discouraged, isn't he?
I would be.
Yeah. From then on, Tom always carried his spade, and he never stopped listening for a tapping in the field. Every chance he got, he'd tell how he nearly found the gold. And since I'm such a clever fellow, he would say to end his tale, the next time I catch that leprechaun, I'll have my fortune made. Oh, you wait till you see Clever Tom in this picture. See if you notice something different about him. You see him? Look. What happened to him?
He got gray.
He got older.
Yeah.
Did he ever find that gold? Look, who's over here?
Sneaky, cheeky little leprechaun.
This leprechaun is having the last laugh because did he break his promise, Mrs. Radusky?
No, he did not.
He did not.
He said he would not take it off.
He said that, but he tied it to every bush. So you know what? He was cleverer than Tom. We hope you enjoyed the St. Patrick's Day story, Clever Tom and the Leprechaun. Have a great day on this St. Patty's Day. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.